for you. I don't know if you saw Good Morning America on Friday, but they previewed an interview of Andrew Gillum. Now, you remember Andrew Gillum ran for governor of the state of Florida just a few short years ago, lost to Ron DeSantis by a little more than 30,000 votes. Okay, so that's about 1% of the vote, actually a little bit less than 1%. Very close race. And then, of course, as we all know, earlier this year, he was photographed in a Miami hotel room, passed out. You probably saw the pictures. If you didn't, I'm not sure if you want to go looking for him because he's not wearing any clothes. It's pretty disgusting. He's passed out. Anyway, he's in the room with a guy who was overdosing on meth and also was a gay prostitute. Now, who knows what was going on there, but he's got an explanation. And you know what the truth of the matter is for Andrew Gillum? He's the victim. He's the victim. And, of course, in our society, there's nothing that's on a higher plane than being a victim. But that's Andrew Gillum for you. Now, let's hear his explanation to Tamron Hall. And this entire interview has not aired yet. It's supposed to be airing sometime this week, supposedly. So this was just a little preview that was on Good Morning America Friday of last week.
What do you want people to know about the purpose, your intention when you went to that room?
I would say the reason why I went to that room is probably no different than how anybody might communicate with someone that they are in a friendship, relationship, whatever, with. I understand very well what people assume about that. When that photo came out, I didn't recognize the person on the floor. That was not anything more than a person being at their most vulnerable state, unconscious, having given no consent. And someone decided to use a moment where I was literally lying in my own vomit.
And when you first saw it, I don't know how you're still standing. I don't know how. You're still here.
I'm still here by the grace of God. So much of my recovery has been about trying to get over shame. Shame is not that I did bad, but I am bad.
I wish we had a Michael Jackson clip ready to go. Actually, I don't, because then we would get pulled off of YouTube. But yeah, he's not bad. He just did bad. And after all, he's the victim there. There was no consent. He didn't consent to going into that hotel room. He didn't consent to drinking too much, or who knows if he was smoking meth or not. I mean, who knows, right? He didn't consent to getting himself naked with the gay prostitute. He didn't consent to any of that, and he's the victim. That's what he wants you to believe. This guy is completely shameless. You know, when he went into recovery, he said he was going to take a step back from politics, but it's apparent he's not. He's out pretty quickly, and he's right back into the fray, and this is part of his comeback, it looks like. And you got a really friendly interviewer there, Tamron Hall, talking about just how strong he is to still be standing after everything he's been forced to endure.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Let's get real, right? All right, so that's the guy who was almost governor of this state. And you talk about dodging a bullet. We dodged a bullet by picking Ron DeSantis.
We've talked about this before, Morgan, about the things that you need to do when you're apologizing for something and making a statement. And it's humility, honesty, sometimes humor. I don't think humor really fits into that mix. But we didn't see much of the honesty factor there, because when you are blaming someone else for doing something, you have to kind of, an onus on yourself. You have to take responsibility.
Well, just remember, he was just doing what anybody who's in a relationship with somebody else, that's very normal, to go to a rented hotel room and do the things that he appears to have been doing, and he understands what it looks like. But, of course, you'd be wrong for thinking that, right? You'd be wrong for thinking that this guy naked on the floor was doing anything other than just resting. You know, again, he's trying to turn it around on you for the way that you're thinking about what obviously was going on there. He's not responsible. You're responsible for making him feel like a bad person. Thank you for listening to the Morgan Streetman Show. We hope you enjoyed what you heard, and if you did, please click like and subscribe to help us out. And remember that we recommend that you exercise your brain at least once a week.